too. So we'll see what happens when snow melts. But yeah, these are the things. Yeah, so it's a trailer next to the lot. Okay. And you can't see it from the street. Like if you come into Central City's parking lot, then you can see it. Right. Yeah, if you come into the east parking lot, you can see it. And the only reason why I put two and two together was because I had met Dan previously. Originally in like, like as long as you know you are speaking and not like having to create work.
Scoot all these chairs out and scoot the tables. So then people are facing.
And if you've already given us already gave
like the one thing and just the other one.
Yeah, if you go to the beach parking lot, you can see the trailer from the parking lot. Yeah, and that's where Danny living in that. So. But well, I think like can I talk to them? I call them garbage, all sorts of things, and it's all just coming from all of those individuals. So oh yeah, like December started. I was like, and then the summertime, the winter would come tree over, and then the fence landed in hard. Oh, yeah.
Welcome everybody. Yeah. If you want to do around here, I think it's that. I'm Rihanna Graves. I'm the chair. Oh, I did it quick.
I'm also Taylor. I'm a resident, live around 7 South Northeast.
Christopher Earl. I'm with Salt Lake City Art Team, which is homeless mitigation response.
I'm Ethan Gnarly. I'm Chris Alderman. I'm a resident on about 3rd South or 19th South.
What's that fun? I was going to say. Like,
what's this?
They are. Yeah. What's your? Well, if you tell me after, I was wondering what it was last week. I was excited. Interesting. This is I wish. Trees.
My name is Rio Domingo. I live at the Eagle Avenue. It's just Jordan Harper, Camden Avenue, and Lake Avenue.
My name is Katie Overy. I'm the facility director of the Central City Recreation.
Oh, I'm Ava Lopez. I'm your community liaison. I live in East Central, but I'm always thinking of that. In the summertime, you can find me on the bike.
I'm Fernanda Leon. I live in. Did Detective Stewart want to go first?
Oh, you don't
want to do most of the marks. Okay.
Because we were talking industry and conversations.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm happy to go. I wanted to start with really cool history. I love these meetings, and I know we're with the leadership of your neighbors, this community council, some different iterations. But I really love the history of this neighborhood actually. So I wanted to share with some of my time today about Topher Park, which there's I'm gonna have more information for you on Topher Park. The conversation is kind of being renewed at the city with different co-funding that we got for a general obligation bond, something that you all voted for. And so we're trying to work hard to figure out a study that was finished in 2020 that basically brought together all the information and ideas from residents about what we'd like to see in this green space. So with that said, I also want to recognize that there's a code that doesn't allow us to put new items in the park. You can only rehabilitate. So thinking about that, thinking about the study.
For those who don't know, see where to look at.
Yeah, so Topher Park is at the intersection,
70s,
yeah. Hold on for a second. That's out. Sorry. That's too late. I was just in Central Math and let me move my head up geographically. Actually, Topher Park is actually quite old.
That's
The name.
The name.
So this is great. Let me redo this. So yeah, it's on the northwest corner of 7th South and 3 Bridges. And it's been revitalized twice since it was created. So the story of Topher Park begins on May 10th, 1977, when Central City resident Justin Topher was killed while saving a young woman who was under attack in Mill Creek Camp. And his birthday, he was born in 1948. So anyway, a week later, hundreds of Central City residents petitioned the Salt Lake City mayor to honor Mr. Topher's heroism and name the name park after him. The park is located on the site of Old Summer Elementary, which was soon to become a senior housing town. So anyway, the corner lot was dedicated on March 11th, 1978, and it was unveiled in 1979. You'll see the jungle gym that's still there, chain grid, full suspended tree house, plaza, picnic tables, benches, and all of the mature trees are the original trees that were planted in the 70s. In addition, Mr. Topher's colleagues put in a sheet metal union, gifted to the new park as a water pump sculpture that was actually removed in 1990. Is in decline. So there's actually there's archives of old residents and even city employees talking about the decline of this park. So if it makes you feel better, since the 90s we've known that this piece was special. It was special, but it was being utilized differently. So from the 2020 study, and I had emailed it out to the churches, so we can figure out a way to revitalize this conversation. But as we talk about stimulating neighborhoods and building community and culture and revitalization, this is something that Marie Stewart and I have with the River Rock HOA, for example, and those developers that are principal owners of that property, is not just to look at their property, but look at the exterior, look at community utilization of sidewalks and green spaces. So I thought that'd be a great way to talk about today. Some really cool announcements is that we have received as a city federal funding for east-west connectivity. More projects are being developed out of that. So our transportation department is looking very specifically at how can we connect neighborhoods like Central City and East Central that in particular are feeling not just congested, but feeling isolated, right? You're trapped in big buildings, you're maybe not feeling walkable in your neighborhoods. How can we make it accessible for all types of people of abilities, but also safe? I hear from lots of leaders that have, for example, fears of hearing slurs yelled at them or maybe feeling unsafe in these particular areas, whether it's a dog walk or a student or somebody trying to access coffee. So anyways, this study is really going to be great. The federal funding that's coming in particular to look at areas that are segregated within neighborhoods. So Salt Lake was one of these 10 cities chosen. So it's a multi-million-dollar funding. Other than that, I have this passed on. If you've been passing this along, I only have 2 little brochures. The Food Micro Equity Grant is due Sunday. This is a great way for communities to participate in trying to find solutions for your particular neighborhood in resolving food deserts and food necessities. For example, we're talking about senior housing habits. How do those individuals have access to healthy foods? Maybe you could become a provider and a champion of this. So you can apply for grants and then you can build your own program on. These are the two kind of main things right now, but if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. There's always a lot going on, so, but I try to highlight things, I think, in particular with this neighborhood. I think it'd be really cool if I spent some time maybe around history. I think it's really cool when we honor and respect and remember how the city came to be. And Central City was a huge prominent part of downtown being Mexico.
So now the equipment can be removed, they're currently updated in the map.
It can be updated, it's just we can't put new equipment. So people that say, oh, can you place on Plaza? We cannot. We have to work with the gym that's there. So I can pull
Well,
that.
you can't put like, they're not really there, but play basketball, court, like there's room, which they add it on.
Yeah, my understanding is no.
Okay, and is, but you can, physical equipment and replace it with a better.
You have to upgrade.
Okay.
So I can find the exact verbiage. I asked the attorney's office, they're the ones that input our codes, so let me, say and pronounce legal obligation correctly. But, it was asked in 2020 after the study, basically, people were favorable with dog conversion.
Oh, yeah.
And so the hiccup has been, how do we take communities and laws while code can be amended.
What about the Catholic shrine in this, been vandalized in this?
Yeah,
So bad.
Yeah. So, I'm a fellow Catholic,
Right.
I visited the tree.
I see just like,
Yeah, so, I mean, it's a decaying tree. It's definitely decaying. I've visited the site with urban forestry and, I think it's kept because there is a huge honoring now. There's a huge culture around, Latino Catholics that come and visit and honor better. Yeah, I mean, part of that is speaking to those community members that use that space, right? It's a space, public space, and anybody that's part of the public has access to it, right? So honestly, if this is something that's important to the community, I mean, what I'd love to see, and I think what helps the mayor's office and the mayor, is a list of, saying, we love this culture and tradition. We'd like to find a better way to honor it. That's going to be having a conversation with the Catholic guys. I can tell you that because, as someone that is involved with that religion, I can tell you it's really
that we should go to that. That's
me.
Okay.
As much as energy and ideas as I have, scary.
To do with the neighbors once we're able to, without, like, just get that solution, like, how we go about that.
Not necessarily. I mean, I think what we've learned is the sooner and much transparent, the more likely you are to have a better life. When you open that door, I think there's ideas that we don't even green offerings. It's an altar, is what it's called. Where in appearance of the Virgin Mary. I mean, it's documented. You can look at the Tribune archives. It's pretty cool. I mean, I looked at the tree and I'm like, you see a decaying tree. Yeah, but when you look at the archive, you see an image of the Virgin Mary. And so, anyway, here's just a history, right? It's acknowledging that history and an appetite from other residents within the city that find peace, comfort, worship to their belief system.
I think she got our, like, neighbors or cloud, like, partner, or that whole subdivision that we have to.
Okay, so I just did research like in the 70s, or basically when they cut down that tree, anyways, I just have an article that there was a soft agreement that I think is just, it's not an issue, it's not a privilege, right? Is what I would say. So, I haven't conversed with Kristen Ricker, she's our director over public lands, and that would be the correct person to have those conversations and say, hey, this tree, is considered blight. Maybe that's a strong word, but I would say blight is probably more accurate.
I think it's really everything I want.
Because it means a lot. I mean, I'll be honest, it means a lot for the community, for the different part of the community, right?
When I see
Dennis, we're talking about the Virgin Mary,
Soccer.
Yep.
And we are working on an event.
Yeah. Yeah.
For that part, so, yeah, more to come on.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question about the updating? Did it apply for all of
Yeah, the city code. Yeah, so for example, like when you see a park receiving new plans, it goes through a process to see what was there before. Most parks that have like pickleball courts are being added in. It was a huge conversation community wants it, right? We're going through and making sure that it's not somehow disrupting something else that's existing. So open land, my understanding, you can plot and plan out a different urban space there. But anyways, I'm happy that this is of interest to see what are the plans I can get more. I asked for it today, so as soon as Kristen's able to, we can have kind of more lengthy conversations about what happened after that study, what's the commitment from the city now, look at where does the community fit in this conversation? What does that process look like?
Just to clarify, you can't add a little mini garden like there. You can't add on anything. Does that include garden? Or
Just a playground.
Okay.
So a garden, in my understanding, the garden would be added if seen that there's proper
Maintain.
the question is going to be who's going to maintain. And gardens come up all the time where the city, there's a garden right now that's really beautiful. Is it Howie? Am I pronouncing it correctly? In District 1.
We'll go with that.
Yes.
For the People's Garden, I think it's the new thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was actually not sanctioned. So we're going through this conversation where community members wanted this garden, and now we did soil testing, and the mountain is actually environmental remediation that needs to happen. It's actually not safe to garden there. So, but this is part of the process, right? Is we don't know what Tilford Park is going through, right? So who's going to maintain that? The remediation. Partners, there's a teaching partners that I know are going to maintain them with all community. Yeah, so anyways, that's just part of the process, right? That's what code does, to make sure that we're not accidentally building on something that's not appropriate or destroying something that accidentally is meant to be maintained over time.
Just stay with one more question.
Yeah, I was going to say, probably next slide.
Yeah, maybe it's possible next time that we talk about specifically that maybe you read it or it's really long, just give reference.
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about the leadership here is if you guys request it in advance, we can bring experts in. When it comes to code, honestly, the best experts are our legal team. They don't interface with the public. But we can bring in council members, we can bring in other individuals that build code. Thinking about the way I take this lesson. Usually I get the quick version and then just now. I just asked today because I thought, I think maybe we should know what's going on. So
Hopefully we don't need more necessarily.
Detect the steward either.
Maybe not appreciate that.
I was going to say,
I'm sure.
Hey, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes, I am here.
Well,
Yeah.
just to make that point, hopefully bring it up so that we aren't talking about obscure and things that we don't totally understand.
Cool. We'll turn the rest of the city updates over to Detective Stewart. Do you have updates for us, Detective Stewart?
So I pulled all of the call. Can you guys hear me all right?
Yes.
Okay, I pulled all of your calls for Central City. This is just Central City in the month of February. By far, the most calls that you guys get are thefts, including vehicle burglary. That can be anything from, my brother-in-law stole my phone to a home invasion to vehicle burglary, and that is the number one kind of crime in Central City right now. It's more than property crime. It's more than assaults. It's more than everything. So, just a quick reminder to all of the residents, make sure you don't leave anything in your vehicle ever. Nothing visible, nothing under a jacket, nothing at all. That is a huge deterrent to, criminals who are checking doors. Yeah, lock your doors. If you're warming your vehicle, don't leave your fob in it. I know it sounds silly, but people do it every day. And the vehicle gets stolen. If you don't have a fob or, so like a push start, the remote start, then stay in your vehicle. People drive around and they look for warming vehicles. They drop their buddy off, smash a window, your car's stolen. So it's 2 seconds. We literally had someone get their car stolen, when they ran inside to get their cell phone and came back out and their car was gone. So, Total calls for the month of February in Central City alone, 2,843. Central City the downtown area, our bigger uptick is property crime, but what I'm seeing here in this area is theft. So just, let's help keep all of our neighbors safe. If you do see someone warming their car, they're not in it, let's give them a friendly reminder. Just different things like that. So we can all help, have the community come together for prevention. So those are your statistics for, last month. And, does anyone have any questions for me?
Is catalytic converters, if I'm saying that right, is still an issue a lot in our area in particular? I know that you can get them inscribed with your VIN at Jiffy Lube for free or something like that, but is that a high theft item still?
It used to be before they passed the law that it was illegal to buy it.
Oh.
Then it diminished substantially, but it is still a problem that people that don't know, they'll try and steal one and go sell it and then no one will buy it. So we're seeing a huge decline in catalytic converter thefts.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Any questions for her? Okay, thank you.
Thanks, you guys. Be safe.
See, Hart is next week. Friday. We out on Fairmount Park. So if you're curious, come out to Fairmount Park. Starts at 9:30, goes to 12:30. And I'll be there. Fairmount Park. I'm trying to invite all the people who are out Sugar House Park in Paulo area that are out. We don't have anything lined up specifically, but that's a good one.
Research fairs usually month.
They do. You guys are all
to different parts of the city, so trying to keep track of everyone. So it's Fairmount Park this month.
Those are target areas that have a lot of people.
End of the month.
Yeah.
Mine was the name that you want to use it rather than the way that I think pardons in the neighbors.
So we're using encampment activation as the phrase rather than abatement. It's just offensive. I know. I just said it now. You're
Credit confiscation.
But it.
I'm on the clock, I guess.
Yeah, no, so, but it is, we're trying to do it close to that point that we're even talking about it.
Thanks.
So,
I mean, I think
Community block.
we should be in the visit release, so thank you.
So we're going to move into committee updates. So one of the things that we started in the neighborhood council is have committees that oversee certain things, certain subjects. And so later in the meeting, we're going to talk about if you're interested in forming committees and being in charge of the topic of the neighborhood. But we've got updates from 2 committees today. So one is River Rock Apartments. And so Brandy and I have regular meetings with the owners and property managers, as well as police and like the financiers behind it, other entities. So what we're seeing is there's an overall gradual decline in crime and issues going on in River Rock, but there's still a lot of issues that are being uncovered. Brandy can talk about some of the criminal issues that we're seeing. She talked about the crime and safety. Overall, River Rock it's improved. There's a lot of oversight in it. Like the physical conditions of the building are a lot better, but as far as crime, there's still crime. But I think it'll just improve slowly over time. That's our hope. And then the fence. You want to talk about that?
wanted to mention that we're still waiting. So, the three of us applied for a grant to have a party in Silver Park. And, we'd like to call it a rededication proposal. And we're just waiting to hear back. So, I will help with organizing and planning that. So,
Where will you know that you have the funding?
Yeah, we're supposed to know the end of January. We apparently received a record number of applications this year. So next year.
Awesome. And then, Brandy is volunteered to run our training safety committee, the neighborhood watch. You want to give you like a 2-minute update on things you've been involved with the Stewart and the intersection by where you guys. And don't name names.
Oh, I'm not. It's a general talk. So there's, what you mentioned, there's a lot more, I guess, systemic and deeper crime in the Iraq than I was aware of. And this was brought to my attention by an inside person that is involved in that area. And we're working on now apprehending this person. But I realized that I found out that Little Rock, there's a fence between Little Rock and this house that I changed. Okay.
Time where you guys.
South 386 the house with a back garage house. Oh, there's their damage and stuff. How does the police?
Get into that one.
That also involved with the rock last God, tried to audio me, that they were in danger and I had to call 911 for them. Just a whole bunch of stuff going on. And connected with this house. I have information because a person recorded audio in certain circumstances inside the basement. And so 17 people were last week, but they got 7 stages in the last hour, and she was updating me on it. Because they squat in the house, but there is no traffic. Yeah.
Where they utilize, they don't want to use properties and use city funds. They let it go so fast. City and county. Or for moving.
It's weird that you permission to go to the basement.
But if the city has authority, they need to charge the trouble.
There is a fine. So there's trespassing fine to remove the attachment. My understanding from our end and from the enforcement, they've been enforcing the individuals that are helping trying to get them to sell. But it's just sitting there. It's too long.
So if it's being enforced multiple times and it happens, is there is the penalty not to cover enough money to just be reinforced? Right? Is there not a reason why they just don't?
We go in. It's for
yeah, like today I preempted call and we got 7 people. I was doing work.
How many days after the said it was all good?
Monday or something. They said, oh, there was questions. They don't know how to progress, but they were all
They're really
even ordered like what was the basement house, which is kind of really happy because the owner has to be possession for the person living there to associate, which he normally does. So people can be in a judge house or the basement and the audio is 30. So I would like So you guys keep an eye on that. You keep sure that. Do.
Recommend, so that reaction in the city, there are going to be limitations on how people respond. If you are citing that becomes a hot topic, and worrying about one of that, these are actually important. But not actually, from a PD perspective, you call from an emergency, they're going to get for civil enforcement. So SLC will look really now, just take a picture and say, I saw, and put it in the report, I see 2 people breaking. There's no trespassing, they'll come in and so it does take you, reporting these things, it's kind of fortunate for you.
There's neighbors in the block, like right by this as well. The more people do it. Okay.
Yeah, just as a reminder, it's happening all. Sometimes it's too often. District 2 is pretty easy. You saw that happening. This is also all the districts are it's West Side, so yeah, so it's great, and we see, I look over there and the enforcement, there's 2 enforcement officers. There's so many citations, just when you're considering, like, why don't they come in? Because there's only so many employees, and we don't have them. Just kind of get perspective.
Yeah.
Why did it take 5 days? They haven't get the trucks, get the materials, for the time, the schedule.
There's a criminal side and there's a civil side.
Correct.
Yes.
Right. So make sure your list is known. I know it's redundant, but this is how we're able to come back to council. We use up all our budget because we need to put
almost a houses on that block on 30 between 8th and 9th South behind us have been purchased over 10 years of there by out-of-state government companies, and they do not at all happen to those properties. And they're like, even a few years ago, they were affordable for local families. They could buy them. Now they're not. People who own their out of state, they're hard to communicate with, and it's trash, even just because of some closet. They removed mature trees, they torn down buildings, they asphalted.
Yes, I mean, part of it we should discuss later. You know, as city council, I've been there, super, for the city behind them. Some part of it, make sure it's powerful. There's a lot more than right now, the best situation is to fill out people to come and stop the call. So we start hanging out in the car, we can kind of see, they can go back there, access that, and see it part of that. Do their water process, yeah, all that. So it's a pretty important part.
Unfortunately, the owners will be put in the past year to get that state, so I just
I buy it. I love a house.
I mean, that's what we're doing. They can uncared for the like I'm saying, very conscious of me and say you have the porch covered.
Yeah,
it's so much.
I try to report it.
But keep recording.
Yeah, don't keep reporting.
Hey, is this a redundant?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what happened.
Just take it for.
Go ahead.
So, because with days, we need to know how many people care.
All of a sudden, we got a weird report. This one property is getting a lot of buzz. We're gonna send in.
Construction sites always do this, but that was 4 or 5 weeks ago. A couple of days, a week later, it's stacked
previous report, that wasn't me, so.
First Street, 3 days.
See?
For being proactive team in the city,
Yeah, no, there's so, I
they
agree.
are amazing. I'm confident that you can just say.
Correct.
But if it's like a window,
If it's on really public facing private property, they'll work with you, they'll provide you with paint, for example, they'll ask your permission, they'll
but
definitely work with you.
technically, like public funds have to be
Flexible.
so.
Yeah.
That is.
They usually get given on the same day, they're just divided in business day.
But yeah, if it's like an abandoned building. White painting.
If you guys see any particular, like, graffiti itself, like RC or like road RC, something activity, you send me a picture of that, team or, some photo.
Branding.
So let's move on to the next week. We want to start doing a local business spotlight of businesses in the neighborhood. We've got some unique, great ones. And so we had invited someone from the local market in Mark, which is great.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm excited about giving a quick update. So, let's talk about that. So, thank you. I'll advertise for you. You ready to buy? Thank you. No, seriously, like, Selfish Break, I'm such a fan. They used to be, I was right behind the house I lived in Central Maine. But so now all bikers. Great. Awesome asset. Well, and bike shops.
I think it's like, okay, we split them before, but we're all the businesses together.
The 99.
It's one thing.
Every Thursday, meet up at 9 p.m. at 9 take off.
Where do you guys like it?
Well, so right after the Lowe's review here.
Yeah.
Let's have Kate give us a 2-minute pitch about you don't even do that business model.
Oh gosh, I was not prepared for this. All right. So Central City Rec Center, as most of you probably know, because it's been in the neighborhood. We just reopened, like I say just, but it's been over a year now. But we had a lengthy closure due to COVID. So last year was our first full year back open since COVID. So Central City, we are really trying to find our way, kind of offering programs out to the community. So what I would really love is community input, just what you guys would like to see. I mean, I can give you all the deets of pre-COVID, what it looked like, but now we are after COVID, and like I said, we were closed for over a year, almost a year and a half. And so I totally understand that people went elsewhere and they found other programs for their kids to participate in. And I've been at the center for just a little over a of year now, and Central City is actually, don't quote me on this, even though you're recording me, so if it's wrong, delete it. This year, we will have been around 450, I think we're 55 years this November, the building has been around. So, in 2008, we did go through, the building received staff funding, and that's where we got the fitness room added on. We got, some other things added on to that facility. So we are a little tiny gem, but, we love being a part of the community. And like I said, we are just looking for, as the facility director, I am just looking for what the community wants to see from the center programming wise, whether that's fitness classes that we are not offering, whether that's youth sports programming, other programming that maybe you've seen there happening in the past. We know this success and you would like to see it come back. I am happy to engage in those conversations to see, what we can bring back. I am happy to walk you through the building. If you just come in, you can ask if Katie's in, and I'm happy to walk you through. Leonie's my office coordinator. She's been there forever as well too, and she can give you actually more details because she has worked at that center for a whole county career. We are happy to walk you around and show you the spaces. We do have 2 partner programs. In the building, we have Youth City, that's a Salt Lake City, youth and family service program. So that's for, kids, kindergarten, 1st grade up through 12th grade, that they come in for after school programming. And then we also, Salt Lake County has a partnership with, Utah Community Action Program. And so, we have a partnership with them that we provide childcare for children 0 to 3 in one of our, classrooms as well too. So,